emotion or like low contrast of emotion, and then Feywild
So it's like opposite. It's like Bizarro Feywild.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
You're in the middle, and then Feywild is high contrast, and Shadowfell is low contrast.
So I think like our main, like as our group, like our main like focus and goal is to try to find a way to take care of this hurricane while also trying to find magical weapons that may help us in case the hand is able to successfully coerce the white dragon into attacking Mora, because if that happens, we're kind of fucked. With a little splash of maybe finding a way into the whatchamacallit, Dark Zone.
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell, thank you.
The Shadow Realm.
Banish ye.
It's all coming together, baby. Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Mind Crush.
I finally get your joke now, by the way. I did not understand why you're just putting random Yu-Gi-Oh shit in the Discord.
Because it was a white dragon.
Yeah, I get it now.
He has no known weaknesses.
His attack is 3,000. As long as you don't have 3 white dragons go near each other, then you're okay.
Ooh, as long as you don't fusion the 3 of them
Yeah.
together.
They do have arms. They can do the fusion dance.
That is true. Or just wear the fusion earrings.
That's lame, though.
Or if you just play polymer fusion,
Yeah.
that works too.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are essentially like just on the outskirts of town riding, and that's when we ended it. So you guys have kind of had this little update and conversation.
Yeah, because this was also in real life time. This was 14 days ago that we did this. So
Yeah.
And in game time, you're pretty much like late afternoon, just after talking to Davos.
right.
Like in real life. It's perfect.
So, for Ariel, the needle that is in the artifact that you have is pointing towards the southwest.
Okay. We're just heading that direction, right?
Kind of. The road, and that's up to you guys. The road is heading in like the pure west direction for a while, and then you can either go to the Ansari Wildlands, save some time, or go to the actual like path by Adris. That was the thing that I told you guys that Eric, Emmanuel, and Sean may not know is you guys.
Spoiler.
Yeah, you guys found out through Davos and all of your talking and everything, and mostly through the records, that there's some sort of influence in Adris and the Divine Order between the Hand. So either like someone well known in Adris in the Divine Order is part of the Hand, or they're compromised. You don't know, but there have been records kept, basically just planning things between the Civil War and the bandit stuff.
I'm looking at this map.
Yep.
Which is the version of the map that Missy made.
Yeah.
Of the shitty map that you made.
Yes.
Is this accurate in that there's a trail that doesn't go through Adris and doesn't go through the wetlands?
The one that goes straight to Say?
No. So if you head west out of Mora and you go to like the trading camp that we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That trail exists, and we could like take that south from there.
No. So that trail, if you look at the
that's the
map,
trail that we took home, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trail.
and the fire is where that orc camp is.
Well,
that was set
yeah.
on
So
fire.
that's where we went down. I'm talking about the other one that goes like near Adris, but not through Adris.
There's a path that goes to the Great Fire Trading Coast that you took home, and there's a path to Adris, and there's a path south of Adris that connects to Zithra.
Yeah, and you're saying that Adris is like kind of sketch, a hand and like weird religious stuff.
Yeah.
So we could just like take a little hippity hop right past that trading camp and maybe it's a little bit zigzaggy.
Yeah, if you take the middle path, then it's a lot easier, but it takes a little bit longer. If you're trying to cut from the middle path to the far, let's say on the map, left path, the Adris path, it's mountainous terrain, like foresty mountainous terrain, like northern Ontario. So it's gonna be a bit.
That'd be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
That's not really horse.
Yes. The other thing that I was gonna say is the trade-off between all of this is when Zenkor and Davos were talking. You guys found out that the commander of the guard that arrived at Greyfire is a name that has been mentioned in the records and is definitely of the Hand, and she's in command of pretty much the let's just call it the coup of Eldham, the southern part of Eldham, and making sure that they stay with the Divine Order to make sure that the Civil War doesn't get too fucky.
Yeah, so she's bad. She's a rude dude.
Yeah, so when you guys
pretty bad.
randomly got attacked by Bone Devils, it was shortly after you told her guards that you guys were heading to Mora and you guys were buddy-buddy with them. And then you guys ended up getting attacked.
That bitch.
I'm sure it was just
That,
a
I was
coincidence.
just gonna say that bitch.
Nah.
So Davos was saying, like, if you do end up going in public grounds, to be very careful about if people know who you are, like, try and be inconspicuous and everything else like that. So there's still
my
risk no
God.
matter what you do, because you're going to, like, the heart of her area. But it's recently being controlled, and they're moving right now. So, like, it's not like you're fucking entering Mordor or some shit. But
Yeah, of course.
so that's the thing. So that's all the information that I remember that is relevant to catch everyone up. And now you guys are on the outskirts of town talking, and your needle is pointing to that one direction. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I hope the trading camp's okay. Hope they're not getting all fucked up.
Ooh, I got my old baby there. I wonder if she could give us some scoop. The old bra with the sexy novels.
Well, like if the Hand people are all like up in biz in that town, we might want to just skip right past it.
Yeah.
I wanna fight them.
No.
Parents says, no,
No.
no.
I thought about it. I
I
considered
got a
it.
hankering for some toes.
So we can find you some toes.
Ariel suddenly becomes cannibal. Is that wrong? Is that like not right? I don't need them if they're dead.
I mean,
This
you're
is
like a
wrong, I
weird
don't wanna be
non-human thing, so maybe it doesn't quite count as being a cannibal. It is like fucked up, but you know, it's like slightly different.
Maybe she's part piranha.
I mean, that's like
I guess
that's a bit of a myth, though. The piranha thing,
What, eating humans?
eating like eating shit live.
Hmm. Only
That's
eats
a
dead
classic.
things?
Yeah, well, yeah, like there's like this old video of piranhas just like stripping a cow of its flesh.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they had some piranhas like trapped in a tank and they didn't feed them for 2 weeks or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I would do the same thing.
I mean, we all have at some point, let's be real.
Yeah,
It's me on wing night.
walking into that McDonald's.
Yeah. Except for Rob. Rob walks into McDonald's for different reasons.
Yeah, I go there for junior chicks.
Oh my god.
It used to be so much worse. He used to have a catchphrase for going to McDonald's.
Oh, fuck.
I get my kicks with
I
junior
can't.
chicks.
Oh.
We played the Dungeons and Dragons
Yes,
game.
I'm waiting for any decision to literally be made.
We're
I've given
walking.
you.
We're
okay.
moving along the
We're
road,
on our
right?
way.
Okay.
We're
gonna go
past
check on the training camp.
gray
Okay.
fire training
Ariel
camp.
really wants to check in on Old Biddy because she
Cool.
was located near the edge of the market, right?
Opposite
Yeah.
edge. She's like by she's by
Fancy
the
lady with
lakeside.
with the
Yeah.
Trading
lady
cards,
novels.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So you guys are gonna head towards.
I mean, if you guys don't want to go in, I mean,
You guys are still
don't
like
know, it's-
just for a record, you guys are like still like 2 days away.
Yeah, we got lots to figure it
we're
out.
like planning ahead, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Game plan here.
Mm.
Ariel's just gonna
You
pop
can-
up and scare children at the docks again.
Calvin, can you remind me what my little cape does? Because I do not remember.
Yeah, so I worked it out, and it wasn't fully successful, but he did a decent job. And essentially, what it's going to do is when you have attacks of opportunity against you, they have disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
So
could have
I know
done
what
some.
tools are in my belt when I plan for
Yeah.
how
Get
we
the fuck
stage
out.
this trading camp next to go get some more erotic novels for Zenkor.
Yeah,
I want some.
Displacer Hide can do some crazy shit.
Let's just point out here that this is where Ariel's learning all of her Earthside, like, surface sexual stuff. So the lap dance was strictly the old lady's fault. Just the book.
Reading's
Just
dangerous.
Putting that out there.
Wait, is like mermaid sex not the same as like above
man.
ground
Well, she's not
sex?
really a mermaid. She's like a genasi.
I know she's like some weird shit. I understand that.
It's some weird shit, and my tribe didn't really like me, so it's
So
not
if
like I
you-
really.
If you find a boy that you
Roll.
like, you're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, handsome?" And then you like squirt some eggs onto the ground. And...
I'm gonna,
She's gonna
like,
punch him in the
go by the
face.
book here.
Sorry, it's just tradition. You gotta punch them in the face first.
As is tradition.
Alright, so you guys are traveling westward for a decent portion of the day, with what little is left. It is raining, if no one can tell.
Sick.
It's just a light rain, decent cloud cover, but dark. Everyone notices now when Varen is riding that his form almost shimmers slightly every once in a while whenever the light hits it a specific way. And now, wearing his cloak, you're now semi-shimmery. Almost kind of like the Displacer Beast.
Fashion.
Yep.
Yeah, I am up in my fashion game, huh? I got my fancy boots. I got my fancy cape.
You got your quiver.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
As you guys continue on, you notice that there are small groups of light, just torchlight out in the distance, along the road, moving around. And also, as you get closer to Adris and towards the fork in the road, Ariel notices that the needle is actually slowly turning and pointing further towards your perspective, like looking south towards the left. It's not as southwest as you thought.
It's turning towards the lake.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Why
turning.
don't you calm your fucking tits.
It's pointing through the marsh into the lake and towards the mountains.
guys.
Probably it's probably the
follow it.
mountains. It's probably the mountains, and you're gonna be so upset when we fucking stride straight past that trading camp, and the needle just like keeps on pointing right past.
Rip.
Okay.
Listen, we
okay.
did the water episode, okay? We did a series of water episodes.
Oh, but it's so much better now where it's wetter.
Too many water
Yeah,
episodes.
you did.
I mean, that's,
You
that is
did
true.
World 2-1.
It took forever.
Please, not a lake, not again.
Ariel's just gonna like look at you guys so confused and disappointed, like this is the greatest thing, and you guys fucking hate water.
I mean, they almost died in it a couple of times.
Water's fine, like as like a
Fine.
drink or something.
It's not fine when it's fucking small spaces in deep underground.
Yeah, what was it? We were
I'll admit that's a bit fucked up.
underground, underwater, underground, underwater, which is like the best possible combination of things to be.
I know, right?
Especially when Baron's scared of like non-open spaces.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys see the lights ahead. You notice that the needle's changing. You guys are progressing forward.
Yeah. Head
Well-
down that fork in that road.
Alright,
Reluctantly.
We're just gonna wait. Are we following the needle?
you're following the
That
path.
was Ariel's.
We're following the road. I think primary goal is go to Zithra.
Yeah.
secondary goal is, like,
okay,
see
and
where
then
this needle is
secondary. How about on the way back?
I mean, we'll see where it takes us. We don't know where it's pointing yet.
I think
I feel like a child negotiating with parents right now.
We're still bad
I'm
at it.
negotiating. Guys, please, on the
We
way
don't
back.
know where we're going yet. What do you like? What it might just be Zithra. Like that might be the place. I don't know why you're making a big deal out of it. Yes, we can get ice cream on the way home. God.
Thanks, Daddy.
Alright, so you guys are nearing the fork in the road. It's only a couple of 100 yards, and you can see that there's a number of caravans and other individuals, which is the source of all the torchlight, and they're all like kind of held up at the path with a few guards checking in on them.
Is it murdering time?
No.
Let's ditch. No, let's
There's
go around.
probably
I feel like it's a
too
road stop.
Yeah, can we sneak
They're
around?
checking for drunk horse drivers, guys.
Which we are not, so we're fine.
I don't know. Speak for yourself. But
If you've been on the battle, stay off the saddle. Can't think of a good catch.
Mercenaries against drunk driving.
So they're like right at the fork in the road, I guess.
Yeah.
Can we? What's like the terrain near the road? Is it like heavy forest?
To the south is like marshland, or kind of entering into marshland and plains, and to the north is kind of rocky terrain with forest on top.
Okay. I think we should cut through like the forest shit.
yes,
I agree.
So you're
I
gonna
think
go
we
north?
should. I think we should be. Well, I think we should be. No, I think north is a bad. North is a bad time because that's just gonna walk us right into Adristown. That's not what we want. I think we need to cut south, and then give that fork in the road a bit of a berth, and try to come back out onto the path, partway down to the trading camp. Yeah.
Yes. I agree. I think it's bad to stop here. I feel like they're being stopped for a reason because they're being checked.
We don't have
Yeah,
any good
I agree.
excuses. And our only person who can talk is Zenkor, and that doesn't work.
Well, to be fair, I do have a +7 to persuasion.
I know, but yet somehow it still doesn't work.
To be fair.
You're gonna roll a lot of 9s.
He's gonna roll a lot of 2s.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's another 3.
So it's like a marshland kind of shit. Is it like swampy, muddy bullshit, or is it like if we're
It's
careful, we
mostly
can go-
fields. Yeah, it's mostly fields, and if you're
Okay,
careful,
okay.
you can like avoid little streams and shit.
Okay, I think that's what we're doing. I think we're gonna try to stay out of whatever the eye equivalent of earshot is
Okay.
of the guards.
On roll 20, really
Yes.
really quickly do a survival check. As
All
you're
of
gonna
us or
try.
just
No,
one?
just Farron. He's kind of like guiding you guys not only through the swamp, but also to try and like gauge with the rain, like how far you guys need to be out.
Right. Okay.
Nineteen.
19.
Okay. You feel like
I also can't get lost.
yeah. At least you can. I'm kidding. You are just gauging how far out you need to be. You douse all your lights, and you essentially keep the humans in the middle of the train, so then they don't like get lost in the darkness, and just relatively effortlessly guide your way through the just edge of the the marshlands, and you give it a wide berth just for safety's sake. And you can find a few carriages that have been leaving and heading south. You have like small bits of like specks of light that come out through some of the thinner parts of the overcast, and you gauge that they are heading south, and that you've passed the road stop. And
All right.
an update, I need Ariel to do a perception check.
Okay.
Initiative.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, with the water weirds attack again.
Initiation.
Start fighting water again.
Oh
The
god,
wa-
the
the water
water's
is
attacking.
trying. The water is trying to drown.
24. You notice that the
Water's
needle.
always trying to drown you, idiot.
No, not if you can breathe underwater.
Yeah, it doesn't drown
Still
me.
tries. It's just you can't. All right, Ariel. You notice that the needle is starting to move away from you. So as you guys are heading from the northern path and cutting into the southern path, the arrow is like slowly like moving left. So it's slowly going like eastward, quote unquote.
It's gonna point to the stupid lake, you dick.
It's gonna go back to Elsa Day. We missed something, guys.
It's
We missed
pretty
it.
it's pretty
I mean, we
eastward.
probably did.
If
Oh,
you
you want to go even further?
If you've been paying attention to Zenkor's books, like no one has.
Yeah.
There's another thing.
if you like no one.
Oh, that lake where the orcs were going to with the their thingy.
Oh, I don't know.
They had like
Okay.
a statue that was like
All I know is there's a third piece of this little Triforce we got going on
Yeah, there's another magical item in that little
somewhere.
ravine between like in the Eldhelm woods after where I burnt down the Tree of Life.
The tree.
Oh
of
damn!
life.
All the way over there. Well, no,
Yeah.
that's not where the needle was pointing though, because the needle was pointing south-southwest when we left from
Yeah.
Mora.
Oh,
And
okay.
Eldhelm Wood is like southeast of Mora.
Yeah, it's on the east.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not pointing to there then, because that's where the
Yeah.
like the Sylvan
So
still lives.
it's pointing to something else.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like a fucking like Jack Sparrow compass kind of deal? Is
Where
this just pointing to
always-
whatever Ariel wants most?
I don't know what I want.
Dick.
Oh, can just for character's sake, can we all just pretend that just happened in real life in character?
It definitely happened in
I'm
character.
pretty sure
Definitely
Zankor would have said that. Yeah.
That just sounds even better considering that you gave me a lap dance.
Didn't Eric do that?
Yeah,
Do you
Eric
notice
did
that it's not pointing to you?
Eric's not here.
No, he might.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in the
He's probably
job.
still pooping or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did he say he had to go poop?
It's
Yeah.
gonna take a while.
It's gonna be a
I
while.
can make a new voice channel. Call it the shitter.
There you go.
Can we rename? Can we
That's
rename the
great.
AFK channel?
Perfect.
Yeah, hang on.
Just taking a dump.
Oh man. Yeah, there it is. All right. So it is pointing. Ariel, make a survival check yourself. Actually,
Survival check. Alrighty.
let's see how nature you are.
Oh, it's a +6 as well.
All right, guys. If she fails, she's not actually a druid. She's been conning you this whole time.
That's pretty
Classic
good.
women.
23.
That's pretty good.
All right. It's not pointing at Elsid. It's definitely pointing towards the marshland and Say.
Oh shit, for reals?
So then it's pointing to the east, not to the west.
Now it is, yeah. As I said,
Yeah,
it's
we've
slowly been.
like gone past it.
Yeah, it's slowly been moving. It's now starting to point east. Southeast, but. And you guys now are making it to the path. The wet and heavy sounds of muddy hooves are now slowly transitioning into just dirt clopping. And you can see a few carriages are just like in the distance. One a couple of yards ahead of you and turns around, and the fella kind of gives you a weird look. There's a bunch of people just come out of the marsh, completely
Yeah,
soaked.
we're adventurers. Fuck off. I'm not saying this to him.
Yeah, he used to flip them off.
What?
Fighting demons or whatever. Do we know,
Mm.
based on previous experience, how long it takes to go from Mora to the trading camp? Because we did that on horse before.
Non-stop, it takes about like a day and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're And we left kind of late in the day, so we're probably not gonna make it there unless we stop. Or unless
Yeah,
we're
you're
just,
still
like,
like
moving
just
around.
shy. You're just shy of the fork in the road still on our map. You'd have to like zoom in, quote unquote.
Okay.
But, yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty.
So we're not.
pretty
So we're not
nighttime.
making it to the camp tonight, probably.
No, unless you go all night.
That's what I thought. That seems stupid. Is it like time of the night that we ought to be thinking about finding a place to hang out?
It's a bit past that time, but
Okay.
yeah, it took a bit to get through the swampy part, but
Let's try to find a spot that's not super swampy then.
Ooh.
So this nice little grassy field or something for the horses.
okay. You found like a little area in which it's like flat land in a part of the forest that leads into like mountainous terrain, but it's just shy
I
of
also have
that.
mold earth, so if I could like flatten this part for us to sleep.
Okay, and
That'd be
you
okay.
do that as well. And it's pretty easy to hide yourself from the actual path, and it's relatively flat enough that you can settle there. You're just like in a lightly forested area, with
All right.
in the very distance starting of a small mountain.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's set up a little camp. Well, campy camp.
I agree.
Campy camp time.
You guys set up camp, and who's doing first watch?
I guess Zencor will do first watch.
Do you have a light on?
Man, you can't even see in the dark. I'm gonna cast alarm
Okay.
on our camp.
I can't-
before.
Oh yeah, he's useless. I forgot. I
Yeah, but once my
gonna
eyes
cast-
adjust to the darkness,
What he
alarm.
does is he shoots
Uh,
lightning bolts in the storm so that he can see for a moment.
Smart.
Oh, maybe
It's
we
like a
don't want to
strobe
draw
light.
attention.
I got good
Um,
hearing as well. So
Do
I'll
we
put
do we
myself up
want
in
me
a
to
tree where I
cast
can-
the light thing
No.
before I go to sleep?
Well, because light will not draw attention at all.
I mean, he's a big
do
boy.
we
He
have
can look
fire?
after himself. It's fine.
You
However,
could do a backlight.
secretly, I cast alarm, and it's gonna
Wait,
make a
does-
sound when it goes off.
Okay.
Does-
As I'm telling everyone, Zenkor's a big boy. He can look after himself.
Hey, wait.
Well, I mean, it's not about looking after myself. I'm looking after all of us.
Yeah.
Signal makes a sound when you.
Because-
Alarm. You can choose to either have it like be a mental alarm or literally make a sound. Like
Okay. I was thinking because if you could play Justin Bieber, everyone will wake up for sure.
no. Well, maybe.
Well, I would wake up screaming, so that would work for me.
I was thinking like Friday by
Legendary.
Rebecca Back, but like just the part.
Ah,
It's so, but it's just looping, so it's like Friday, 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 Friday,
Yeah.
and it's just that over and over again.
perfect. I vote for this.
That's what happens when my alarm goes off
Yeah.
every
Varen-
every morning.
Varen says
That would be just the best thing.
Varen says no to legendary bard Justin Bieber.
I do
Okay, so
that.
I'm set up.
All right, I can take the second one.
Okay. And then there's one
I-
more because I think we
Since
agreed on
So,
that.
I mean, I'm definitely. I only sleep for 4 hours, so I'm definitely taking one of them.
Okay.
What, you sleep
You'll
now?
do number 3.
No, I mean I meditate, so I can cover 4 hours easy, no problem.
All right.
So I can take. That's fine.
Okay.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna manifest a bunch of berries. Got all these spell slots.
Wait, what? What? What is
I
funny?
just gotta use up some spell slots. Time to manifest 60 good berries.
Holy Jesus.
Oh Jesus! man.
Nah, I'll do 40 just in case.
Just in case.
Just
So
in case some more bone devils show
you
up.
guys start fighting a dragon and he's just throwing berries at you.
It's allergic to berries.
hey kid, do you want berry?
It's like just like a huge handful of blueberries and he just throws like all of them at you.
Try some of these berries; they're gonna fuck you up real good.
Alright. For Zenkor, I need you to roll a perception check while you do your watch.
Okay. Let's see. you know, I think I'm quite perceptive. You know, I'm very quick on the uptake.
Yeah. Pretty sure wisdom's your thumb stat. That's
Boom.
19.
Hey, a good roll.
Hey, that's my favorite age of women.
So you find the occasional passerby of caravans, traders, often accompanied by a single guard in the armor that you recognize to be of the Divine Order. You see a few fast riders every once in a while, traveling light, having a satchel in there on them. Things seem to be relatively calm, other than it's a lot busier on this road than it was when you guys were on it last time. And you also notice in the distance, very, very far distance, to your northwest, a faint light glow that kind of like starts reaching into the sky slightly, of like a deep blue that slowly fades into a light blue the closer it gets into the horizon. The rain doesn't let up.
It's always raining here.
Hmm.
It's like Seattle.
Well, what does it mean? That's the real question.
I walked away. What happened?
Nothing. We're sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, we're sleeping.
And once before the end of your shift, you see a like flash of light, almost kind of like thunder, but instead of being focused on one spot, it seems to be that entire blue aura that kind of like reaches into the sky and then fades away. Other than that, it was pretty uneventful.
All right. I'm guessing Varen's taking the second shift.
Varen or
But
Caradoc.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Caradoc and Varen both offered to do a watch, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go over to Varen and wake him up. Let him know the blue light that I saw.
Alright.
Be
You
like,
can
hey,
see it.
since you can see in the dark, maybe you can see better what the hell's going on.
You can see the same thing.
Yep, that's light.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's almost similar to when you're in a city and, like, especially for where you and I grew up, Sean, where downtown has a lot of light, and then you end up going outside of town and you can see the light, like, influencing the sky around it.
Yeah, it's called light pollution.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's essentially like that. I need you to do your perception check as well.
Perception.
Let's see how perceptive this jerk off is.
Nice.
11. Okay.
That's really read and see if I get. No, I don't get any advantages on that shit.
Alright, so as you are doing your watch, you're eating a few of your good berries to make sure you don't starve to death. A figure lands on your shoulder and starts trying to eat some of your berries.
Oh, it's Drim, isn't it?
That'd be weird. Can I see it? Of course I can see. I can see in the dark.
It's big and black, and it feels almost like silky instead of like feathers or anything else, like your scales or anything. It's like a very, very soft, fine fur. Its wings are more so like flap-like.
What?
Yeah, it's not
Flat
like
wings.
yeah, they're like almost like manta ray-ish rather than
Weird.
kind of curved like dragons or
okay.
birds.
Can I see what kind of shape its weird head is? Is it just a sky
It's-
manta ray?
It's kind of manta ray-ish, yeah. It's like got
Do I
a
know it?
weird indented kind of head.
So first of all,
Yeah.
how dare you, Dungeon Master? This should have set off my alarm.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, do you have it tuned to
It's a 20
wildlife?
foot. I don't. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't.
Ooh, I
'Cause-
don't think you do.
Yeah,
Let me
otherwise
read
it
this
would be
thing.
setting
Okay.
off a lot.
Let me read what this thing says. Oh god.
Okay.
An alarm alerts whenever a tiny or larger creature touches the warded area. That's a lot.
Yeah, then you guys would be
Uh,
hearing Friday all night long.
Constantly.
Because there's a
I
lot of
can-
birds and other things like that.
Fine, whatever. Fine. I'll let you have it this time.
I'm going
okay.
off of intentions.
This is yeah. This seems reasonable. I will try to feed it a berry, but like open hand, because I don't know if this thing's gonna like bite a finger off or something.
Okay.
Little...
You see its glowing yellow eyes, very small, and like
Do I
it's
know
like
what
a
this
dark
is at all?
amber.
Like at all.
Do a 1 second.
Like in nature? Or an arcana?
It might be Arcana. I'm just double checking. I would say that it's a history check out of anything. Yeah.
I was
Okay.
curious.
22, nice. Alright. This seems to be a weird variation of creatures that used to live in deep caves near your village. They used to be known as cloakers. And they're essentially like manta rays with weird, like, disfigured heads at the tip of them with very sharp, small teeth and yellow eyes with a long tail similar to a manta ray and a stinger. This
Okay,
thing,
I'm looking this up now.
yeah, this thing is usually very large. In fact, probably the size of a horse. Turned sideways, obviously, because of the wingspan. But this one is pretty small. And it's enough that it's like a hefty weight on your shoulder. And
Right.
but it's smaller than you guys. Its
would
wingspan
you
may
call
be
it-
making it almost the height of you.
To call it like maybe dog size, dog weight.
Like a
Dog. It's a dog class
big
manta ray.
dog.
Big old doggy.
Like a real
Okay,
big
like
dog.
and it's on my shoulder.
Yeah, like I said, it's like a hefty weight.
Is it
Because of its like its wing is like it's all based off of wingspan, right? Its actual torso is probably
I'm saying like weight. Like how much weight is on my shoulder right now?
probably
Medium- like a medium dog.
60 pounds.
Okay, all right,
Um,
all right.
Like,
He's a
it's like
hefty
skinny
boy.
pig.
Yeah,
He's a
That's
hefty
quite hefty.
boy.
yeah. Like you're not comfortable by any means, but
He's a hefty 60-pound boy. Okay. I mean, he seems pretty chill. So, fuck. I wanna. God, I don't remember how this game works. I would like
Neither, man.
to, through a series of sounds and gestures, communicate with the beasts.
Hey, don't call him a beast.
is it specifically for beasts?
Yes.
It just seems to look at you oddly and doesn't really understand.
Try speaking English. Sorry, common.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I mean, I'll try that. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, friends. I'll give him another little berry. I have my massive pile of them. I'll keep track. I have given him. This will be number 3.
Alright, it eats the berry and seems to be like neutral, if not kind of nice, but doesn't necessarily understand you besides the tone of your voice.
All right. I mean, fucking whatever. I'll hang out with a weird flying manta ray.
Alright, yeah. So
Must be
for
Night
most,
Watch, fucking Night Watch bros. Whatever.
for most of the evening, you just have a very jealous Penthras staring at it, ready to strike at any moment. And you kind of looking at watch every once in a while, looking at this glowing light. And once during yours as well, there's that flash of light, and everything turns from blue to white. And for the briefest of moments, the cloaker like hides behind your shoulder at the bright light, and then comes back out. And eventually, near the end of your shift, something scutters through the terrain, and just immediately and very fluidly, like a manta ray through water, just like drifts through the air and chases after it and disappears into the darkness.
What a weird, dumb fish.
Doesn't even know it's not in water.
Fool.
Yeah, what an idiot. That's air, stupid.
Dumb, you fucking moron.
Look at this idiot.
Look at this fucking jabberoni.
Fucking idiot. Okay, this is the end of my
yeah, that's the end of your shift.
Alright. I'll wake up, Caradoc.
Okay. Caradoc is
I
woken
mean,
up.
I'm also gonna stay awake, I guess. Have I had 4 hours?
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I'll say so.
I have? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay up with him.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Then both of you make a perception check.
Who makes a perception check?
Yeah, both of you.
Per...
Ooh.
11, nice.
Damn.
But your history is on point.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
I'm going to be very perceivable.
Okay.
Extremely perceptible.
Every once in a while, you hear the sounds of just something chasing another thing. By the most sounds of it, Farron, you assume that it's the mini cloaker chasing after prey.
Cool.
Oh, good berries weren't good enough.
I mean, he hungry. Look at those teeth.
That is true.
You know, those aren't gonna cut it. I mean, they do technically, according to the description of the item, like that's all you need to eat for a whole day. But they're not gonna satisfy his little belly.
That is true. That is a good point.
He got a hunger that only blood can satisfy.
Mm. What's wrong with you, Carl? Well, I eat hands and I kill people. That's 2 things.
When you see a rabbit just like dart by through the clearing back into the thicket, you see a dark shadow just like go after it, and you hear a weird wailing noise that I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Why is the noise attacking their intelligence?
Wisdom. Not super great. Nice.
Oh, whoops.
Okay.
Good rolls.
Caradoc?
We're rolling what?
Wisdom saving throw.
Eh?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I thought I was already wise enough to not have to do this. Okay.
So you have to tell him in French. That way he'll understand.
Ooh, hello, I am very wise. Ooh.
That's not French, you idiot.
No, that's a French ghost.
Well,
That's just what you sound like.
we are super wise today. Oh my god, what the...
9. The 2 of you hear this weird, like alien-esque moan that is like almost the level of a scream in the distance, and the 2 of you just look at each other, completely fucking terrified, just like to the bone, fucking chilled. This is outside of your 20-foot alarm. But it's like to a point where like, oh wow, that was a friendly, nice bonding moment, and now you're like, what the fuck was that I fed? That's how like terrified you are.
You know, it's pretty creepy. Okay.
Yeah. So both of you for about like 10 seconds are like just completely fucking terrified and just like anxious, and it seems to disappear. That's your watch. Also, Caradoc, you see the nice little glowing blue light in the distance.
Oh, nice. A nice glowing... Hey,
Blue light.
Do you?
C'est un pli bleu.
Merci. Do you see that, Varen? Like this little glowy thing?
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope, never seen her.
Oh, well, I'm seeing a little glowy thing there on the distance. Nothing we should probably worry about.
Maybe
Never mind.
Have you been drinking?
No, I mean we've been like together for a long. You know, I haven't been drinking. Yo,
I don't know that.
what? How? What do you mean you don't know that? I'm not
I mean,
bringing
I was-
like a barrel of beer
I don't know.
with me.
I don't know what you keep under that wheelbarrow.
Or in the wheelbarrow.
Myself. Remember, I have it on my back, so.
There's no way that you fill all the space between like a wheelbarrow is like a bowl.
On wheels.
Do you just have like the worst posture imaginable?
You know,
Are you like
have
the
to fit
hunchback
in
of
these.
Notre Dame?
You
He's like a
have
turtle.
to fit in these tunnels in the mountain. You know, I'm a dwarf after all. You know, that's how it works.
No,
You
you're a
have to,
turtle. You're
you know,
literally
move
a
your
turtle.
body and really.
You're
Well,
small,
you're
slow,
sleeping, so shut
and
up.
you got a fucking wheelbarrow on your back. You're a turtle.
So yeah,
Change
it
my
works
mind.
as a protection.
Okay.
Nasty.
Uh-huh. Anyway, Farron's just gaslighting Karadok, I guess.
What?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright, your shift ends, and it's the morning. The rain's starting to let up a bit.
Oh yeah, and it's been raining this whole time, of course.
Yeah.
Are we gonna bless the
When the-
rains down in Africa
when
though?
when the dumb manta ray thing was on my shoulder, was it at least providing me an umbrella?
To some degree, like your right side, yeah.
Alright.
It wasn't like on your head. That'd probably
Yeah.
hurt.
That'd be weird.
Hmm. That's when you'd have a wolf on top of you.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone's awake. You guys are
See.
packing up.
I'm not sure if I'm awake, but yeah.
I'm
I have
wide
my eyes
awake.
open.
Are you woke?
With eyes wide open.
With thighs wide open. No.
That's not. That's not. That's...
No, wait, that's Ariel's theme song.
What?
With thighs wide open.
Oh boy.
I'll take you to the place. I'll show you everything. Hold the door.
You hear my kids?
Close the
When your kid becomes a meme.
Hold the door.
Alright, you guys are all packed up.
Oh, fuck.
Heading back onto
Yeah,
the
I'm
path.
gonna check my needle again.
Alright, it's pointing almost straight east.
So no change.
To some degree, yeah, it's more east now. Like, it's very east.
Oh.
It's like pointing right off the path. On the opposite side.
So would I know if it's been like moving position in the night?
Yeah, it hasn't changed as far as you're aware.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay. That's fine.
You've changed, but... Alright, you guys are heading south. Continuing on.
Sweet.
Yeah, back on the road, I guess.
Okay.
I'm a little bit weird about the road. I still feel like we're gonna run into some dick nuts, but whatever.
Yeah, but we'll murder them. I mean,
And
what?
We can't murder the hand, people. That's like such a bad idea.
But like, what if they start it?
We should try not to engage with them like in any way at all, like talking to them,
That
fighting
is
with
a-
them,
That is true.
Looking
Just
at
for
them,
just for
like
clarification.
none of it.
Just for clarification, just make sure that my description before was accurate. As far as you're aware, you don't know how many of the guards, if they are, anti-Mora, are just doing their jobs and following orders, or if they actually are part of the hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you-
sorry. Yeah. The guards.
Yeah.
Not like the hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those people.
You know for a fact that the head of the guard is definitely working for the hand, though.
Yeah, but we don't know how many of her underlings are.
Yeah.
Just all those folks.
Mhm.
Those are all currently under the category hand.
With hands wide open.
With hands wide open.
All right. So you guys are heading south again.
Yeah.
All right. Are you doing anything different, or oh god,
Bless you. Oh.
That was the fucking sound you guys heard last night.
you.
So is there anything that you guys are doing differently or doing specifically while you guys are traveling?
I'm going to only walk on one leg today.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, obviously
I
not.
picked up a rock and I'm gonna pretend like I'm playing hopscotch the entire way.
On a horse?
Yep.
That's impressive.
Horse
Does your
scotch.
fucking horse do dressage?
Yes. Promenade.
Jesus. That's what you were doing those 3 months. I was learning how to blacksmith. You were learning how to dance on your horse.
Super useful.
Make an
I'm
animal
sure this is
handling
going-
check.
I'm sure this is going to be of great use when we fight this white dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
I don't know. I'd impress it.
Ride your horse with and you hold a bow and then you just like
lucky
shoot
number
at the-
7.
Fucking fall off your horse straight on your face.
Oh, Jesus! I use prestidigitation to clean off my clothes from all the dirt I just put on them.
It's pretty muddy, and you get all the mud off. The
Alright, get back
ground
on
is
my
still
horse.
wet. Like the rain recently died out, and the cloud cover is still pretty heavy. It looks like it could rain again.
You know what they say? It's not about how many times you fall off the horse, but about how you get back on it.
How do you get back on the horse?
One leg at a time, just like the way I put on my pants.
Make another animal handling check.
All right, here we go. This one's gonna be better. Yeah, it was better.
Alright,
I said.
yeah. You like are awkwardly like trying to swing your leg over a few times, and you finally get it over after the third or fourth time. You're trying to sell it though. You got a smile and everything.
Just like that, fellas. That's how we do it. This is what 3 months of training gets you.
Yeah, you guys.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Alright, you guys continue along south. There are a few Divine Order guards just patrolling the roads and like looking people over and everything else like that, and just nodding their heads at you guys. And you continue
Okay.
passing along, keeping quiet, very quiet.
Oh, nod my head.
Are we, as we're going along, I would like to take an inventory of the crew in general.
hmm
On a scale of 1 to very, how recognizable are we right now? Like,
well, I mean,
I bought a
have
new
you looked?
coat, so I'm not as naked.
Have you looked at Ariel ever?
so I mean, that's sort of one problem. Ariel's just a whole thing.
And I'm
Uh,
rare.
Yeah. We can at least put a hat on her or something
hmm
to help.
Do I have
with
a
that
hood
whole
on my coat?
situation. Or like we can tie her hair in a little cute little bun or something.
Mhm.
But,
Don't
like,
touch my fucking hair.
you can tie your own hair in a cute little bun or something.
I'll just put it
But
underneath
like,
my hood.
but like Zenkor is like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but fairly average. Like he's a pretty normal looking guy. He's not wearing any crazy clothes or anything.
He's extremely average and very undescript, so he goes under the radar fairly easily.
Fucking Rorin.
Rorin.
Got there.
Nice.
He's fairly average, right? Like
Classic
again, like
humans.
looks like a pretty normal person.
Yeah.
Varen, I probably want to take my weird cape off.
Okay.
If I'm trying, so basically, I'm trying to figure out how we can look more normal
Sure.
and like uninteresting.
For
I
sure.
definitely think Caradog
gonna
should
take my
shed
cloak
his
off.
shell.
So that's one of the big problems is Caradoc with the shell. And
The
Whoa,
turtle
wait,
man
what
should
is
probably.
What is wrong with my wheelbarrow?
You look like a
trying
turtle.
to-
You stick out.
we want to go through this camp without being recognized, and so I'm trying to identify things that make us recognizable.
Wait, you think that
Right.
your faces are internationally well known, or what? Like, who could recognize?
I mean, the
Do you want to
the
just roll
bad
through
people
this
that
camp
we've
and
been
roll those
destroying the
dice?
plans of.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna work.
You think it's fine? You can just go on right ahead, you, like drunken dwarven ninja turtle.
I'm not
But, like,
God damn. Or, no. It's
That's all
only
he
works
cares
for one
about is
person.
ore.
I was thinking about using the wheelbarrow as a cover. It would work for one person. For me,
What?
thus.
He wants to pull Solid Snake, but with a wheelbarrow.
Are you gonna hide under the wheelbarrow on top of a horse?
Exactly.
We have to go through town.
Well, we have to go buy
We have
it.
to go by town.
Yeah.
By time. So, why don't we? Is it too much to go around the town?
Maybe not. However, I'm not asking anyone to like shave their head right now. I'm just trying to identify ways that we could make our appearances a
Ariel
little bit more
lifts up her
forgettable.
Stick out a little
and
less.
sticks her head underneath the hood. So now I'm wearing a coat. The only thing that's showing that is blue are my hands, because I'm actually wearing more clothes now, because it's cold.
Hey, if we
Okay.
wear helmets,
It's raining, so that like fits the fiction.
we can wear helmets.
I think I have gloves, which would hide my hands.
That's
I
fine,
don't know
that's
if
fine.
blue skin is
Blue.
popular.
I don't think blue people are like the weirdest thing in the world. I think your hair is the giveaway. Now it's just a wheelbarrow. All right, Mr. Wheelbarrow, do you have a solution?
Put a cape over it.
Why is the
He's our
wheelbarrow so bizarre?
deformed friend.
Have you literally ever seen anyone in your entire life other than you that wore a wheelbarrow on their back?
Yeah, a lot of dwarves in my home city. What are you talking about? It's very common
Okay.
to have a wheelbarrow.
Mr. Dungeon Master, I would like to know if I have seen another dwarf ever in my entire life who wore a wheelbarrow on his back.
No,
Or
so
have I ever have I heard of this being a thing? Have I seen it at all ever?
roll
As-
an
as-
intelligence
as a-
check.
as a slight note, this is
Yeah,
part of
right.
the equipment you get as a what was the thing?
The weird homebrew class?
Yeah, the
In a
homebrew
wheelbarrow,
class,
but
which
does
is
it say a wheelbarrow with
Doesn't-
like arm
it doesn't
straps
mean
to
it's-
wear on your
yeah.
back?
It doesn't mean it's strapped to your back.
hey,
Like we have horses right now.
Doesn't mean
Okay?
it's
do your
not.
job correctly, okay?
In our equipment right now, each one of us should have listed horse, riding horse. That does not mean when I'm not riding the horse, it's strapped to my back. There are things that you can do to like leave it sitting around.
It is. So I have to say it is true, but it's my passion. I'm just living by the way of it, so I have to bring my wheelbarrow to do my job correctly. That's it.
Caradoc, can you just please hear me out for 1 second? Until we get past this hideout, just let me put your wheelbarrow in my pants.
I don't know if you can.
There will not be enough space.
I don't know if you can spread those cheeks enough.
Just please let me put your wheelbarrow in my pants.
I really don't think you can.
What? No, and my wheelbarrow doesn't touch anything that is in your pants, sir. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you physically can.
I'm pretty sure it opens up wide enough. Because
Yeah,
the
I'll
wheelbarrow
tell
isn't
you.
like ginormous or anything.
I mean, it's like fairly
Are we-
large.
Are we
Pretty
still talking about your butt cheeks?
No, I'm talking about the thing that I don't know if you guys actually know I have or not. I know you know that I have a bag of
I
gold,
think
but I
we
don't
know.
you're here.
Like we've
My-
seen
my-
you put enough fucking swords
Yeah,
down
I
your
think-
pants and like.
I think they've been very
Uh,
suspicious for a long time. I'm just really good at playing hide the sausage, guys.
We're just too polite to ask because that's rude to ask what's in your pants.
Okay, how 2 feet?
2 feet in diameter, huh?
It might be able to actually.
I think you might actually if you
It's
take a little time.
It's a
I think
tight
you can
fit.
squeeze it in
A
there.
little elbow grease.
Can your fancy jug make any lube?
I mean, I can pick on
So-
it a little bit.
Got a little
Some
bit of
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise.
If
All right,
any
we're good.
locals happen upon us in this very moment and we're making a vat of lube,
Not
I
a
just
vat.
like to
You don't.
point out,
You
there's
don't
a
need
lot
a
of
Just
lube
a
vat.
that
jar.
Okay?
It's not a
Like
vat.
a
It's
little,
just a jar.
little lube goes a long way.
Oh no.
Plus, they're not making it; it just appears.
Yeah, it's a jar, not a vat.
We just got to get things a little bit wet before we get right down to business. Okay, can we fit this in the bag?
How much is
I
your
think,
bag
like-
holding?
My bag's only holding some books, a sword, because like I've unloaded a bunch of like this weapons that we took from like the crypt or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a lot of shit then.
Yeah,
That might have been pushing it.
sold everything.
Okay.
So yeah, so I got like my water skin, some torches, like my traveler's kit, like the tinder box, and like the like flasks and stuff.
pretty
I would say that you
I got
could.
2 daggers. Well, according to the thing, currently my weight is 198.1.
Yeah, so you're fine by a lot.
So it doesn't.
How long do you
Alright.
think a wheelbarrow is?
That's what I'm trying to find right now.
Yeah, because it needs to be 4 feet or less. Otherwise, you're gonna have weird wooden prongs
I don't
coming
think
out
it's
of your
longer than 4
pants.
feet.
Wait, what? I don't think that's how the bag of holding works.
I think as long as it fits through the
It's-
anus, it's fine.
Yeah, it's the outside dimensions are just how big the bag is.
Yeah, as long as you can get through the.
I really
sphincter,
don't like you
fine.
calling it the anus.
Fine, as long as you can get past the sphincter, you're fine.
Well, it does say that it's 4 feet deep. So I think what it does is that once you put it in the space, it like pops and like disappears into an extra dimensional space.
Yeah, the bag itself is.
I
4
don't
feet
think-
long.
It says 4 feet deep and 2 feet in diameter. So if we
Yeah,
think
'cause
of
it's-
it as
'cause
like a
it's a sack.
cylinder, yeah, if we think of it like a cylinder, then it's 4 feet deep. So what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying is, I think that like you put something 4 feet deep in there, and then it boops, and then goes into the space. But if you put something like 12 feet fucking deep in there, it's not like you can friggin' like magic trick it where you're like slowly pulling like
Oh god.
a telephone pole in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, now I gotta look this up.
I'm gonna do a very specific search that won't pull any results. Can a bag of holding store a telephone pole?
What?
That was my metaphor.
Jesus.
Not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet.
Can you fit a wheel barrel into a bag of holding?
This is so complicated.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go to forums because usually people are real specific on forums.
This is like a very unfortunately
Weirded.
good
worded
question
thing.
because like if
Yeah.
I can get like 100-foot long wooden dowel, right? Where like it totally wouldn't exceed the space dimensions, but then all of a sudden I have this thing that I can pull out of my bag that like breaks
Physics.
lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. The consensus that I'm seeing, I have a thread where someone's asking if you can put a 10-foot ladder in a bag of holding.
Mm.
People are saying like, yes. There's no clear answer in like the rules. Sort of up to the DM's discretion, I guess.
Yeah, a wheelbarrow's a lot bigger than 4 feet long. Usually around 60
It depends on the
inches.
wheelbarrow.
I mean, if it's like a small wheelbarrow.
Well, also being held in Caradoc's back. How tall is Caradoc?
Like
I am
5
currently
feet.
something like that. Where is my height?
Excluding your height with the wheelbarrow on.
I know I've seen your height somewhere.
Yeah, it is somewhere, I know, but I don't remember where. Let me find it on my...
It's probably in the
17 feet. Okay, so 4 feet and 6 inches.
Damn, we could just like put. Actually, no. Hang on.
You're gonna
I
put
think
Carrot
so.
Dog in there?
Hang on. I'm gonna circle back now because the bag of holding thing says that. Where's the thing about putting people in it? Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a minute's number. Blah blah blah. Number of creatures. Whatever. You can put people in the bag.
Mhm.
Yes, you can.
Therefore, and people in general are longer than 4 feet. So I think it's just fitting past the mouth of the bag
Okay,
that matters.
that's fair. That's fair.
Through the anus, if you will.
Yeah.
The sphincter.
Well, yeah, that's
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're gonna have to use your jar of holding to get some sort of substance to help it out.
I'm just
Right.
gonna spit shine it.
That's a lot of spit. But yeah, you make it, you get it through. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes, but the same amount of time that it takes for us to figure out what the fuck's going on.
That's fine. We got
How
time.
many minutes can we survive in the bag? Because it's a little, just a little bit claustrophobic.
Yeah. So, a breathing creature
10
can
minutes.
survive in the
Get out of the
bag
bag.
For 10
for the
minutes.
number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures. So, if there's one person in the bag, they can survive for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then they start the process of suffocation, so they can
After,
technically
yeah,
go
so you begin to
longer.
suffocate. So, it's probably a little longer if you really want to push it.
Yeah.
So, if
And
we
then you-
really wanted to hide someone in there, we could
We
we
could.
could do it maybe. Maybe? I guess it depends who it is. See, now
So-
this opens just even more questions. For
So what
example,
we do is we
Ariel
hide
can
the
breathe
part-
water. So if we just give her a big fucking jug of water and stick her in the bag of holding, how long can she survive? Because she gets 10 minutes of air, and she
Infinity.
also gets like whatever, how much she can make water. Like, what does this even mean?
It means the possibilities are endless, and we have the power.
Water breathing. Okay.
Keep
Going without me. I'm stuck in Google Hell.
He does raise a very good point.
Oh fuck! Sean's like literally testing the, like MythBusters of fucking magic items right now. Like,
This is a really good
Like,
question. Can you
this
effectively
is-
store an air genasi in a bag of holding?
like, that actually is a good answer to your question because air genasis don't have to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You
I'm
fill a
gonna
bag of
die.
holding with water. Of course you can.
Oh.
And then I can give you guys water breathing for
This-
24 hours.
This should honestly just be a YouTube series, like just D&D MythBusters. Fucking.
It probably exists.
I'm
so the
searching
issue,
right now.
this is like almost perfect, okay? Because what you could do in theory is go to a lake, fill up the bag with water, put Ariel inside of it, close it up,
You
and
don't
she'll
even
be
know
good
you-
for like a while.
You don't even need to go to a lake because I can just do my
He could
magical
just
jar.
he could just put the
Yeah.
jug of alchemy on her head with water,
Yeah, there you go.
and then that would be
But
like
she
a
has
little
to be
fish
upside
tank.
down in it so the water doesn't spill out.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, there is no such thing as a D&D MythBusters, so
We should make
let's
it. That's
go.
our $1 million idea.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
So have we managed to fucking
Put the wheelbarrow in the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, the wheelbarrow is in the bag now.
Jesus.
It was a bit of a struggle physically.
Good
and
luck getting it back
mentally.
out. This is like the story that Missy told at the start of the session, where it's like I got it in there, now I can't get it out, and it's on.
See, now I'm trying to fight back Carrot Dog and trying to jump into my bag too.
Okay,
All right, done.
that was a fun little detour. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Alright, onward and forward.
So Ariel is like got her hood up, and got gloves, and then you put away your cloak, and Zangpor just looks plain with Auroran, and Karadok lost his wheelbarrow. Is there anything else that you guys are doing to that?
I'm going to ask Fenthris to like stay nearby, but kind of hang out like off to the side, like in the forest and shit. He's a very good tracking
Okay.
forest boy, so I trust his ability to, you know, stay
Okay.
out of sight, but keep an eye on us.
Honestly, just roll d20 because he's gonna succeed pretty much. There's like a 5% chance they'll get fucked up somewhere, but he'll find his way eventually. Are you
Nice.
serious?
See
All right.
ya.
Well, there's a 5% chance.
We'll see.
Alright.
What you're saying is there's a chance.
See what happens with him.
See you when we see you.
There's-
I'm sorry, little one.
I mean, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, he'll
He
be
was hung
fine.
out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyway, so there's that, and then I need you, like anyone, whoever's leading this whole expedition of fucking doing
Who's leading it?
doing shit.
I
I
have the
need you
compass.
to roll for me, and I'll tell you what you need to roll. But I need to know who's rolling first.
Who's leading?
Who
You're-
is leading?
Ariel
I'm
thinks she's
talking.
leading.
No, I'm talking about who's leading the
Um,
whole like making yourselves look plain shit.
I mean, Varen. I guess.
I would assume, yeah. Okay, so roll a deception check.
Oh god. That's
Should've
what you
said
asked
that.
first. Can I deceive? A little bit. Little bit.
Because deception isn't just about lying to people. Sometimes it's about hiding truth.
I'm
10?
Okay, I'm
Okay.
alright at it.
Yeah. All right. So you look like you guys are relatively plain. Like if people know who you are, you might. But yeah, you guys aren't gonna catch any attention. Your focus is mostly on wolves and multicolored
Yeah,
people.
You know, we took care of the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are heading off again, and you can see small smokestacks in the very, very far distance of the horizon. Most of the day goes relatively uneventful. Midday, you do get stopped by a guard, and he just turns to the group of you and asks, "So what's your business here?"
Zakar.
Just passing through, good sir.
All right. Where are you heading?
Well, you know, we're kind of like new to the area, and we're just kind of trying to get a lay of the land, I guess. We don't really have too much of a place in mind, but we haven't really explored this area yet, so we're just kind of letting our feet direct us where we're going.
Okay. Where are you from? If you're not from around here.
Zenkor tells him where he's from.
Like your actual like where you're from?
Yeah, there's no point of lying to him
Okay.
any
Whatever.
more than I already am.
Alright. Yeah, he just kind of looks like he's confused and is like, I need you to make a persuasion check because he doesn't know where the fuck that is. That's really far.
Fuck, man, I don't even know.
Does he not know about like the other continent shit?
It's more so just knowing city names and fucking. All
Oh,
that
so
sort
he
of
did
shit.
that shit where it's like, oh, hey, where you from? And you're like, oh, I'm from Florgenblorgen. And it's like, well, where the fuck is that?
Yeah,
asshole?
it's like someone named a city in Norway, and you're like, oh, what?
Oh, yeah, I'm
but
from
yeah,
Tecumseh,
yeah.
Ontario.
Nice.
Yeah. So he just kind of like looks at you for a moment, and he just kind of like looks anxious. He's like, yeah, of course. It's a long way from here. Well, carry on, and hopefully you find whatever you're looking for.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, good sir.
I'll try my best. Keep out of trouble. Just like
We'll do our
continues patrolling the path. Just keeps like looking at you guys every once in a while as he walks away. Pulls out a map and just like sits down.
Fuck, I gotta find
The
this place.
equivalent of Googling.
All right, and most of the rest of the day goes very uneventful, and you can see the smokestacks are relatively close now along the path. Based off your memory, this is probably not the trading camp itself, but the camp outside of the trading camp that was formed by the order.
Ah, yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
But they're like still off in the distance because the path actually forks and starts going towards the trading camp. So you guys are going to continue heading south?
Yeah.
Okay. Ariel, your needle is pointing northeast, by the way.
Interesting.
And we're just outside of the trading camp, more or
Yeah,
less.
you're like northwest of the trading camp on the
Yeah,
on
we're
your
at the
map.
fork of the road, right between Adris and the.
You're in the fork. No, you're in the fork of the road that's not on the map that she drew. It's very zoomed
Useless.
in. It's very zoomed in. It would be a little fork that heads towards the training camp itself.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the compass is pointing towards the Ansari wetlands.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
We can check it on our way back. I told you.
On the
Alright.
way home.
ooh.
When the fuck did we
Maybe
get
the
ice cream?
Hydra thingy?
Was I sleeping?
Actual ice cream.
What a great movie.
Yeah.
What an
Oh my
underrated
god, guys, you
movie.
just reminded me I have ice cream.
I do also.
When the fuck did we get ice cream? Was I sleeping?
Now I want ice cream. Congratulations.
Nothing quite like a 2-for-1 reference.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys heading south further?
Yeah, we're continuing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we
As much
going
as
to-
Ariel wants to follow, I know that that's not exactly prioritized.
I just want to make sure we're not going into the camp, right? That's like a bad
Correct.
idea.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're going past the camp. Sorry, Ariel, but
I know, I wanted to see what new sexy book she got, or what scoop. Mostly my whole reasoning to go and see her was to buy another book from her, get her to talk, and find out what's happening.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But we can get arrested on the way
to buy
home. That's
sexy
fine.
books.
yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Alright.
Promise.
You guys continue heading south, and you get to another fork that leads up towards the forest, towards Lake Elcid.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutlery
boy.
on this path.
Yeah, there's people keep dropping their shit. You haven't seen any spoons yet, though. And
No,
now
no spoons.
you're starting to see the forest and everything are starting to kind of peter out on your left and towards where Elcid and the mountains are in the very distance of the horizon. And you can see the area all around White Mount is actually like hilltops that are built off of hilltops. And the best way to explain it is kind of like rice fields in like Asia.
Vietnam.
Yeah. But like rounded versions of those.
Yeah, good thing
And-
Eric's not here. He might start getting flashbacks.
You can see small little smokestacks in the distance, and a small village in the very, very distance. Like you guys are at a high altitude, and it's slowly like descending. And you can see way off in the distance a small village near a lake. Different lake. No,
Mhm.
no
We've
flashbacks for
never-
the rest of the team.
We've never been this far south, right?
No.
No.
Farthest south we've been was like
Lake
the-
Elcid.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
south of Lake Elcid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the furthest and the deepest.
Yeah.
Alright. So are we gonna like stop at White Mount? Because like it's a
Maybe.
place we've never been, so
Yeah, actually, probably. I mean, we'll see what its deal is.
because we'll need a place to like.
But
Well,
a
I
little
imagine-
town is pretty good to like get our shit together,
Yeah, like kind of regroup and get a
Yeah.
rest.
get the
Some-
wheelbarrow out.
Yeah, pull the
Yeah.
wheelbarrow out of my pants.
The
That's a
sun
whole
is
view.
starting to set, and you can see it's about probably 5 to 6 kilometers off.
But
But
probably
the
pretty
sun
good
is
spot.
really close. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty close sun.
You
Where
guys-
were
That was
you?
like one of the first good jokes I've ever heard you tell.
He's very snappy on those comebacks.
I'm surprised we're not like literally burning right now.
he finally rolled the natural 20.
Hey, it happens once a year, okay? So you were lucky to.
All right. So you guys resting here, or are you gonna start heading forward?
I mean, if the sun's
Um,
only 5 kilometers away, we might as well like, get there.
Yeah, it seems like it's the right kind of place to rest up.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
make sure we got food for horses or however that works. Because it's a whole thing. I don't know how to deal with that.
Okay.
Can't we give a horse to the other horses? In case
What?
we're.
Like cannibalism?
Yeah. I mean, if we're desperate, definitely. But
Yeah. I mean, we're
Well,
not
I don't
right
think it'll
now,
come to
but
that.
you never know.
Middle of civilization, debates on feeding the horses to each other.
cut open a horse and like make camp inside. Gotta keep warm.
There's like travelers traveling right past you. Like, the fuck's wrong with these people? Alright. So you guys are going to travel onwards. You do notice that as you get closer, there's a decent amount of Aegis guards that are on patrol. Some on horseback. Some are just like creating a small little roadblock for the night, setting up torches and everything. They have like a little portable setup that they have that's like made out of like wood and just like little small pulleys and shit that make it so then it's like almost foldable, and it's kind of like the traps for the tires. It's like one of those.
Yeah.
It's
Spike strip.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of a spike strip and a lemonade stand. As stupid as that sounds.
They put up a spike strip for horses.
No,
Wow, that's
no,
so
it's like
fucking
it's like a
rude.
lemonade stand is equivalent
Uh-huh.
where they like are easily
So it's a
portable.
gate.
Yeah, it's like, but it's portable and it's basically to stop the fucking road. So I'm gonna call it the
Okay.
spike strip lemonade stand.
Okay.
For clarity.
There's
And-
always money in the spike strip.
And there's little spots where they set their torches and light it up, and you can see on the either side of the road, lengthwise, to purposely block a little bit of the off path, is their carriages that were holding kind of like the materials and everything for it. You start
Okay.
to approach, and there's about 4 or 5 guards there, and someone in the one carriage kind of ruffling through shit loudly.
Cool.
Shit.
I mean, I guess we're gonna ride up to him.
Hmm.
Is there like an opening?
How close am I? Who's got the bag of holding again?
I do.
Okay. How close am I to you?
They just see.
You want to hop in my
God.
sack?
I need you to hide my shit. Like, you gotta, like, take my compass thingy, because I feel like they might want something mysteriously magical.
Oh, you think they're gonna like frisk us?
Yeah.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna just like dive into his bag.
Yeah, me too.
No, I need him to hold my shit.
She wanted
Alright,
it
I
in
guess
his pants.
Zencor will hold your shit.
Hey, you gotta take my stuff, bro.
Pop this and
It's
what
like
else?
having a girlfriend with a purse. It's the
Yeah.
best. Here, hold on my shit, honey.
Hide it, we gotta go into the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass you. I'm gonna give you this look like, don't fuck this up. And I'm gonna pass it to you. To put it into your bag.
Alright. Should we roll athletics?
Okay, because, like, for me, this is very special. Oh, fuck.
What?
I'm like,
Oh, it's very special, so you just like tossed it to me.
I didn't
Yeah.
toss it. Like I'm riding. Like I should be riding near you, shouldn't I?
I don't know.
I got-
Are
I
you?
got long
She rides.
ass
Yeah,
arms.
she rides up to you and hands it to you.
But like down low, yo.
Alright, I stick it in my sack.
Up high, then down low.
Whoa.
My bag of holdings. Thank you very much.
He put my clam in his bag of holdings.
No.
It's a clam.
That didn't
With a
sound
needle
as
in it.
good as it did in your head.
No. Yeah, it's true. It's fine. It's fine.
I doth protest.
I'm also gonna like adjust my bag of holding so it's kind of like where my testicles should be.
Oh my god.
That way,
Oh,
it
very
that's
big.
extra awkward.
It is very big.
That way, if they frisk me, they'll be like, "Whoa." I'll be
It's
like,
like a
yeah,
very
that's
large
what's
bag.
up.
This is not. This is like a laundry bag. This is not like a. This thing's
Oh yeah, that's
big.
right. It is pretty big. All right, never mind. Stay put.
I mean, you
Except
do
if you
you.
wanna have-
But, like,
Except if you want to have a mega bulge there.
yeah, it's a different. sort of
Sorry, I'm
conversation.
dying. Oh, by
Okay.
any means, sir. All right, what's next?
Alright. So you guys are all set to
We
go?
approach.
Alright.
Yeah, we approach.
I guess.
Ride or die.
Alright. You see another guard. Let's go. Halt. Alright. Let me take a quick look at all of you. Just doing a little nightly patrol, making sure no trouble comes into town.
Finish it for you, Tyler.
Alright. So what are you guys doing here? Coming into town?
Hoping
We're
to find a
just-
place to stay.
Alright. Where are you coming from?
Oh, a long way away. You mean like this time, or like in general, or?
In general,
We've
where
been-
do you where
Well,
did you
'cause
stay
we
last?
We passed through the Gray Fire training camp on our way to head this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Where are you heading?
We're just kind of picked a direction and decided to just kind of go that way. You know, we're not from the area, so we're a little bit, I guess you could say, adventurous. So we're just kind of seeing what this land has to offer.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay. He like looks at each one of you and is like thinking for a moment. He's like, okay. Is there any more of you coming?
Nope, it's just us.
Okay. No pets or anything?
Well, I wouldn't say pets, but we did run across a wolf a while ago, but I think he's long since abandoned us,
Yeah.
and I don't blame him.
Yeah. Varen has lost his straight face.
Alright, the lead guard talking to you looks at the other guard for a moment. And looks back at you. The one guard is kind of like flanking slightly to the right. Not armed or anything. But just like
Not
standing.
today.
He's like, so it's just the five of you. And you encountered a wolf? Like a pack?
No,
Well,
it
except
was
for one.
Yeah.
just alone, so I
Just
think it was
one.
probably like a scout.
Okay. I need to make a deception check.
All of us?
Just Sancor.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, thank God.
My
It'll
luck
be
can only
real
go
quick.
so long.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do for you. There's a lodge in the town that me and my men are occupying. You can stay there for a reasonable price. You're not going to leave during the night, and in the morning you can go.
Cool.
All right, that sounds perfect to us. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Just while you're in the borders of Whiterun, bear in mind you will be under escort. And if any stray wolves show up, there may be a bit of trouble. And he nods
Well,
at a
alrighty
couple of
then.
the other guards, and they get on the horses, and they ride like on either side of you guys as you start heading towards Whiterun. Now they're riding with you guys in the caravan. You slowly go downhill towards what is now a farm-based village. You see two windmills, large windmills, on top of hilltops, and a couple of like farms and small little lands that are built upon the like mini hills that slowly ring down from the bigger hills of the windmills. Kind of Shire-like, I guess, would be the best description. Many things are kind of built off of the wooden fences and kind of divide them up into levels of the town. And you can see a small main square of about 6 buildings. And one of them being very obviously occupied by the Divine Order, by the group singing on a bench right in front of it, swinging their tankards, and a couple of the other ones just like outside in front having a cigar. And the guards get off their horses and put their arms out towards there. One just calls, and that will be where you're staying. We need to go back to the patrol, but we'll make sure the men know here to make sure you're safe.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah. You see the other guard just like talks to one of the ones that are actually sober, and they get on their horses again and ride back out of town. The one smoking a cigar comes up slowly. He's kind of older. His like beard is kind of grayed out completely. Some of it is not grown in properly, as if like there's a small scar there, and his one eye is like partially sealed. He walks up to you guys, and the stables are back. We'll give you free lodging for the horses. I will have to say that for the group of you, I'd say about 6 silver for feed for the night, and basic costs. The actual lodging itself will be free. For you guys, I would talk to the bartender. We're just borrowing and occupying this area. It's still layman's bar.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
Is that 6 silver per horse or altogether?
altogether.
Okay, and do I pay you the 6 silver or?
Yeah.
All right, so I give him 6 silver.
Okay. Alright, so you take out the 6 silver, and him and a couple of the sober men just like take it, put it away. There's enough guards in this town that the ratio between like everyday people that you see versus them is actually kind of skewed, and there's probably 2 guards for every person here. You eventually go to the actual inn, and you see the Lion's Watch, which is the name of the inn, and it's got just like a lion perched upon a rock, looking down at you, as the kind of like headpiece of the bar entrance.
Whew, Italiano.
And you open the door, you go inside, and it's relatively large for such a small town. Mostly cobblestone floors, many broken tables and benches that are kind of like lopsided, a few stools. Some of them are just like shattered and left in the place that they probably were shattered, and many guards inside just like arm wrestling. There's like a group of them arm wrestling and being rowdy, and a couple of lone soldiers just chilling, drinking alone. And a few of them like stop and look at you guys as you come in. It goes quiet, and you see the bar off in the distance with a elven man just like in simple clothes, kind of running about and kind of calling out to people to like calm down and shit like that, trying to manage everyone.
Is
This is a
is
shit
most
show.
of the guards here?
Sorry?
Mhm.
Is it mostly the guard people in here?
Yeah, there's like maybe one or two that aren't in uniform. One of them are
Okay, cool.
currently arm wrestling right now, and all the guards are like in a half moon around the actual guard that's arm wrestling, and then the other fella is just on the other side. You can't really see who it is though, but they don't seem to have a posse behind them. And they're all yelling and shit.
Man, let's just get some rooms. Let's just get out of this place. Let's go to the bar.
Alright, you go to the bar, and you see who you presume to be Layman, and he's just focused off in the distance. There's a guard fighting another guard, and he picks one of the guards picks up the other and just slams him down on the stool, like shattering the stool. And he's like, "Wait, please, could you just at least take it outside? I mean, like, that's like the 6th stool tonight. Fuck. This occupation's gonna be the ruin of me. Hello. Hi, how's it going? Layman here. Welcome to the Lion's Watch.
No, thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. Sorry for the conditions. It's a little less of the Lion's Watch and a little more of the Lion's Den, but I'm trying my best.
Well, that's quite all right. Looks like you're doing quite a good job over here, so no complaints from us.
I appreciate it. Are you looking for a place to stay?
That is correct.
It's pretty booked up right now. I only have 2 rooms, but I'll give them for about...
You can swing at, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, we're fine. Never mind.
Yeah, 2 rooms is perfect.
Yeah.
Sell them off at about 5 silver each. 1 gold piece.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is a very reasonable price.
I have to say, just because of the problems, you break anything, you pay for it.
That is more than understandable.
These fellas here follow the same rules, believe it or not, but they have very big coffers supporting them, so they don't seem to care.
Unfortunately, our pockets aren't quite as deep as theirs are, so we'll play very nicely, I promise.
I hope so. That's one less piece of furniture to replace for each person. All
And
right.
it's a lot easier if you don't have to replace any.
All right. So, who's paying the gold piece? Are you splitting
can.
it? Okay. So he takes the gold piece and he's like, "If you guys want to drink, though, just let me know. Nothing too special. We do have some ale and some mead. We have a lot of mead, actually. Local brew, but other than that, it's just about a silver a piece. And just let me know if you need anything.
All right,
Unfortunately, it's a little late for food, but in the morning, if you want anything, just let me know."
All right, perfect. Well, thank you again for your hospitality. It is much appreciated.
No problem. He points out in the distance the 2 doors that you guys have, and just gives you a nod, and then rushes over the 2 fighting. And he's trying to break them up, but he's not as athletic as the other 2.
All right, well, I don't know about the rest of my party, but I think I'm ready for bed.
Okay.
I can use a rest.
All right. Cool. So you guys are going to bed. Everyone else going to bed? Yeah. Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like because I don't feel comfortable. I'm not gonna go to sleep right away. I'll do like a watch till it gets quieter in the bar.
Okay.
We're gonna have a few people like in each room too, so it's not.
Yeah.
You're not like on your own or anything.
You wait for about 4 hours and it's still rowdy.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
That's
wish I
dark
still had that
for you.
poison in my canteen.
Go to sleep.
How?
Yeah,
How?
forever.
Also, Eric tries to arm wrestle the individual that the guards were arm wrestling, and I rolled a 1 for him. So he's in a pretty rough mood as he
So we
goes
put
to
him
bed.
to bed because he was all grumpy.
Yeah, he's pretty upset. Has,
I want to. I want to not go to bed quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to step outside and see. I want to find one of the sober-looking guards.
Okay.
That's what I'm like, hey, the guard that brought us here told us not to leave. I just wanted to go sort of. I don't sleep much, elf thing. I just wanted to go kind of like check on the horses, give them a little brush and whatever. And is that cool? Does that count as leaving?
Richter. And the other fellow looks over. I'm gonna take him out back. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, come with me.
Take him out back, old Yeller style.
He guides you to the stables.
And he's just like
Stands
hanging
there.
out.
Yeah, he's just staring at you.
So we're not from like around here. I actually literally want to like. I'm assuming we have like a couple brushes or whatever. Like I actually want to care for the horses a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not from around here. We came on a. Well, some of us came on a boat from. Insert name of other continent here. What? We don't know what's going on around here. It feels like kind of a weird. This feels like a higher guard presence than is like normal in a town like this. Is there something going on?
We're just using this area as a base of operations.
For drugs.
Like a military camp kind of thing.
Yeah. We don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable more than they have to in these sort of circumstances. So we generally pay local hospitality, stay within towns. We do have in certain other areas actual military bases, but yeah, it's just to make sure each region is doing all right and that they're safe from hostile environments. We've heard that there are some areas of our kingdom that have been kind of stirring up trouble, and so we want to make sure that all the other areas are safe from those individuals.
All right. I mean, our interactions with, I'm assuming the people that we ran into near Greyfire are same, like the same emblems and stuff on the armor. Everyone's been pretty friendly, so.
Yeah, we try to be. It's not always this, easiest job in the world. Sometimes you got to get a bit rough, but certain areas are a bit rougher than others. Well, this area is very nice, very easy, calm.
This is very nice here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a forest guy, so any of the big cities kind of turn me off.
Well, enjoy your stay. If you're done here, then we can head back, but take your time. I'm in no rush. Generally not much happens here. Just keeping an eye out.
Other than the boys having a good time, right?
Yeah, a few of them get restless. They joined the Divine Order's military unit just in the hopes of some battle and promises of potential fights being delayed over and over again are just getting them a bit restless. But they need to be careful. Not all parts of southern Eldham are safe, even for us. I'm sure a few rookies will learn that lesson pretty quickly.
Are there areas? I mean, we're passing through, just kind of following where our nose takes us. Are there areas that we should be avoiding?
Pretty much everywhere here. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a smaller village in the southeast of here. If you follow the southern road, you turn left when it forks, the major fork. You'll see the sign. But other than that, I would deeply suggest being a bit careful. The Deadwood in the southwest is there's technically part of Eldham, but we've never actually been able to have a presence there even when we first formed, to just give you an idea. As for the mountains over there, they are riddled with giants and other creatures. Some say even a dragon. So we try and stay relative distance away.
Okay, I mean that's good to know. I'm sure we can find somewhere that's not going to kill us, or well.
Oh, most of northern Eldham is pretty good. I mean, besides
Yeah.
Mora, Mora's kind of occupied by a traitorous regiment, but besides them, Adris is relatively safe. The trading camp that you saw is safe. Here is safe. It's just closer to the border of Navir. It's generally the safest. And as you get to the wilder parts of Eldham, it's a little bit wilder. It's most lands these days that aren't fully settled like your homeland.
I mean, we could try to keep the forest pretty wild.
I guess so. The village, though, that I mentioned, I'd be a little bit careful.
The one in the mountains?
Yeah, they're prone to getting attacked. The more experienced guard go down there, and a lot of us are just here in case of reinforcements and if any serious threat happens. So, for everyday traveler like yourself, it might be a little bit dangerous. It's probably not the best place for a tourist, is all I'm saying.
Okay. While I'm out here caring to the horses and talking to this guy, can I see outside of town at all? Like, are we inside a building?
You're out back of a kind of like the main square of town, so you can see like farmer fields and a few hilltops that kind of stop your view from outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
My whole motivation for coming out here was I was hoping that first of all someone wouldn't come with me, but second of all I was hoping that I would be able to like look into the forest or anything nearby to see if I can spot Fenthris. But if this guy's near me, it's gonna be very difficult to like.
Unless you give him the slip.
So
unless you give him the slip, you're not in a good spot for that.
It's a bad idea. So okay, I'll finish up, put my shit away, whatever. Finish brushing the horses and give them a bird or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Horse
It's
stuff.
just they're specifically told to keep an eye on you at all times. So
Yeah. I learned some stuff. That's all good.
all right.
I'll go back to
going back in.
whatever room, sit in the corner,
Sure.
meditate.
All right. Yeah, tonight's relatively uneventful. You guys rest up and wake up the next morning. A large group of people passed out on the spot in the bar. And there's just in the corner a relatively tired half-orc male just counting coins and pulling them from the table where everyone was arm wrestling and kind of humming a tune. Layman's just looks exhausted, like bags below his eyes, and just is like, you smell cooking, but it's not the dragon's head or anything else like that. It smells like grub. He notices you guys after you're basically right in front of him, and he goes, "Oh, hello. Late night. How's everyone doing? Hope you all slept well."
I'm pretty good.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm feeling great.
All right.
Yeah, feeling incredible.
He gives a snap, and you can see a gnome off in the distance, like kind of cleaning a few mugs. Just like looks up and nods and starts walking out where you guys had your rooms. And so he's like, "All right. Do you guys want any breakfast?"
Do you have cake?
No.
And I look really sad.
I still don't have cake. I'm sorry. What I do have is a brilliant mixture of eggs and potatoes, with a little bit of wheat, and some local herbs. We call
That'll
it.
do.
My guards here call it sludge, but it tastes way better than that, I promise. It's 5 copper for each. And it's a pretty
Ariel gives
sizable
5
meal.
copper.
Okay. He like
Still a little
walks,
sad though.
and his kitchen like is trying to be closed concept, but the door is broken and is stuck open, and you just see him come over, and he has a relatively deep bowl, and just like ladles a shit ton of sludge out of his cauldron, and comes back and gives it to you. It's like really creamy mashed potatoes mixed with eggs, sprinkled with like wheat grain, and then just like tried to taste good with like parsley and shit and seasoning.
How does it smell good?
No.
Okay, I'm good.
I mean, like, it smells like a dive breakfast joint. Like, it doesn't smell
I'm gonna eat
bad.
it. I don't discriminate. I'll eat
Okay.
it. I eat it fucking
It's not
so.
terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's passable, and it fills you up. It definitely does the job.
It's not cake though.
No, it's not. And it's cheap, like really cheap. You don't want any, Baron?
Nah.
Alright. Anyone else want some?
No, thank you.
Alright. Is Emmanuel having some?
So is everyone just watching me eat this stuff?
Yeah, you just started eating it by
No,
yourself.
I'm eating too. What do
Okay,
you think?
Caradoc.
It's breakfast. I'm eating.
Alright.
I love
I need-
drinking.
So
Buddy.
Caradoc and Ariel are eating together. It's 5 silver for you as well, Caradoc.
Copper.
Or, sorry,
Oh
copper.
my
copper.
god, that is so expensive. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
And yeah, you guys are just eating while Zenkor, Rowan, and Varen are just like sitting there. And you can see like every once in a while, Layman is just like running back to the cauldron and like stirring it. And there's a point in time where it's like ladle stuck, and he's like trying really hard to like pull it out. And finally, he just like sinks deeper in there and is gone. And he like looks at you guys and sees like a couple of you looking, and he's just like, "Oh dear. Well, you gotta get another one." Goes and grabs another big ladle and puts it in there and starts stirring. He's like looking up in the sky, like while trying to use his other senses to find the ladle he lost.
While we're just like sitting, since I got nothing better to do,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to like tell mostly Zemkor, because I feel like he's the one who gives a shit, about like the conversation I had with the guard last night about like
Hmm.
the guard presence and the little town in the mountains, just sort of that sort of stuff. I don't
Yeah.
really know. He was talking about a deadwood or something. He was talking about some other province or something. I don't really know what that was.
Wait, but he wasn't
about.
talking about a burnt down tree in the forest, though, right?
I mean, there was like a. No.
Cool.
No,
Cool.
different-
No, no,
I think
just
different
making
forest.
sure. Just making... Oh, okay,
Like
okay, cool, cool.
southwest.
Yeah, cool, cool. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's where Zithra is. I didn't really want to talk about it. But yeah.
Zithra is southwest from where we are currently.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We'll see.
goodness.
We'll find out. Whatever.
Yeah. We'll be okay, I think. Hopefully.
1 year later.
I have faith.
So that went terribly.
Alright. So everyone knows now. And you can hear a bit of like commotion. A couple of guards kind of like hastily walk over and wake a few people and whisper into their ears. And they like pipe up and they all start following them out. Mostly guards have been waking up and left by now.
Uh-oh.
The half orc is pretty much the only other one in the room with you guys, other than Layman and the little gnome that came out and just gave a nod. And Layman's like, "Oh, thank Apollo. Okay. Yeah. So your stay was good. Yes. I don't have to charge you anything else for broken furniture or anything. So that's nice. It's always good. Most of my money goes to the carpenter lately, so he's been pretty happy about that.
Well, I'm glad we weren't just another statistic.
I mean, a good statistic, if anything. But I'm curious about what's got them in a rut, though. They're generally not like that, especially in the morning.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, it
If
could
something's
be.
going down, I don't know if I want to be nearby.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm
Freaking me out a little bit. Maybe
It's-
they're taking off somewhere.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely probably not wildlife related. Anyways,
Well,
maybe we should hit the road.
yeah. It's probably a good idea. It's probably internal anyway, but we have a friggin' army here practically, so they'll figure it out. Have a good one. Hope you all enjoyed everything.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sure we'll see you. I mean, heck, we'll probably see you if we come back this way. Probably
Yeah.
gonna come back this way.
Oh, you're some of my best clients, so I'd really appreciate that.
That's a low bar. I'm
also-
sure we can beat that next time.
Also, how was the meal, by the way?
The room?
The meal.
The meal.
You know.
You should ask the dwarf. I bet he loved it.
I loved it.
Oh, that's good to hear. And he looks back at the cauldron and you can see the ladle slowly starting to sink in, and he's just like, "I just will be right back," and he just like rushes over and like starts pulling it out of the oatmeal sludgy thing texture.
That
As long as
tasted
he's good.
awful. I'm gonna whisper that. Tasted awful.
It's not like cake at all.
I can still hear you. I'm like just 10, 15 feet away.
Oh, I whispered it. Didn't say it loud.
Not-
What's gonna happen? What's gonna be
Not
like-
quietly. It was a pretty loud whisper.
You know what? I'm very
This
sorry
food
for
is
my
shit.
friend.
Well, it's about time we get going, everyone. And Varen's gonna stand up and sort of start corralling the whole crew.
Anyways,
Real quick,
real nice
do I-
business you run here, layman.
Demonstrate-
Thank you.
great. Thank you so much for opening your door to us, and please stay safe.
You as well. I need some good
Do I know any
business.
recipes?
Jesus
It's not-
fuck.
It's
Let's
not
leave.
good. Let's go, Ariel.
No,
Ariel,
I feel
please.
so, I feel so mean now. Goodbye.
Somebody just grab her by the cuff of the neck.
All right.
What did I say? Like, I don't understand.
It's fine. We're leaving.
Okay.
Karen, grab the kids. We're leaving.
Alright. So you guys
But Dad.
gather all the kids, and
Yep.
you make your way out, and you have two guards waiting at the door who follow you, let you get your horses, and they get theirs, and they escort you out of White Mount or towards the south. And
Cool.
you,
Thanks, boys.
as you get to the kind of a quote unquote invisible border, they just like kind of trail off and ride away without a word. And you can kind of see as you look back the lake that was kind of hidden amongst all the hilltops and mills and shit. And you're starting to go up a steep hilltop heading towards a forest as you guys get further on south. The compass that you have essentially points almost straight north at this point. And
Alright, so definitely swamp.
Pretty swamp.
Man, this swamps.
swamp.
Yeah, we should probably find Fenthrith though.
Yeah. Once we're sort of like away from Whitemount a little bit.
Ventress, you
Uh,
can hear him in the distance, just like
Yeah,
coming through the
I'm gonna like
forest.
whistle.
Come here, boy.
He comes out slowly and just like slowly walks up to you guys and lets you kind of catch up to him.
Is he doing all right? Looking good?
Yeah, he's doing
All right.
No arrows or stab wounds or
Yeah, those
He's
guards are
got-
freaking me out, man.
He's got a little
I
bit
don't
of
like
like he's got a little bit of like blood stained fur, but it doesn't seem to be his blood.
Yeah,
you
good
just-
boy.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, it was a
You
good
gotta
boy.
eat, don't you,
Yeah. Did you kill any guards? Who killed some guards? Who's my good boy?
All right, we should probably cheese it.
Alright, it's all good. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to do before you like continue?
Just keep marching forward.
All right, keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
No regrets.
No regrets, not even one letter.
All right. You do eventually, in the forest, come across at the hilltop a fork in the road, one towards the left and one towards the right. With a
Guard told us definitely
faded
not to go right.
sign.
Let's go right.
All
Oh, what does the sign say?
The sign is very, very old, and you can barely read it. And it's actually in Elven, and then
Oh, thank
kind
God
of
we have-
like in
Like a billion
newer,
people who speak Elven.
and then in like common, you see like knife scratches as a translation underneath it. One says on the right, danger. In Elven, it says Zithra. And
Nice.
on the left, it says. Okay, one second. I gotta actually. pull
Super
it up.
happy fun times.
Yeah, I have to actually pull up my map because I didn't give you guys that info before. Yeah, it is super heavy fun time. How did you know? It's essentially the name of the village that you were told about.
And I don't think he ever told me a name.
No, he didn't. But
He told you about it though.
yeah, he told you
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
It's not on our map.
Not
Just
yet.
has a
No.
little circle
There's
on
a
it.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we've done a lot of things, guys.
Yeah.
We've
There
done a
we
couple
go.
of things.
Done some stuff.
Alright. It's called Rygeldur. This is why I couldn't do it off memory. Because it's a bit tricky to pronounce.
Sounds like Dwarven or something.
So it's Rygeldur. And then it's scratched
Oh,
out.
that's not. Wait, what language is that written in?
Why do the names look familiar?
Yeah.
Like I feel like this should be in chat somewhere.
Is
What,
that also
Rygeldur?
written in Elvish?
Yeah. It's like one of those awkward things where like Michael and Michael are slightly different, but only because of the dialect.
Yeah.
It's still like Elven in scripture, but it's
But it's like Elven
not-
alphabet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. What does it say? Is it so? The other one said like danger in common. Does this one say anything?
Yeah, it says the oh fuck, sorry, one second. It says just gold bloom in common.
It says Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Goldblum. Okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
Well, like dragons and shit up in the mountains. That was like a very Jurassic Park
Yeah.
kind of thing.
The next 10 sessions are just each of you screaming in the rain at some point.
Ah! Quick,
Okay.
hide in the jeep.
So I'll pause briefly to let Zenkor update his map. As he sweats with anticipation. Then we'll go right. We'll do what they told us not to do.
I've been cartographing the shit the entire time.
Nice. It's
God
all
bless
just
that
like
map, baby.
one time someone finally looks over his shoulder and it's just like random scribbles.
It's just like a bunch of stick people with like little boobies on them. It's just like
Zenkor, what the fuck? What? This is how my guild master taught me how to make
Yeah.
maps.
I'm mapping it out. What's wrong with you?
He
Look,
said-
there's Mora.
He said go by feel. Alright. So you end up going the opposite way. So you travel along this huge hilltop and through the forest, and eventually the forest clears out slightly, and you can see the terrain is just like massive hills and mini mountains that are covered in forest, filled with life and all that Varen bullshit. But you can see in the horizon towards the southwest, you see just the forest slowly turn into just a barren wasteland of just dead forests. Still thick and still hilly and mountainy, but just everything is dead and brown and gray and covered in a light fog.
Can we see the like storm that's supposed to be down here?
In the very distance, you see like the absence of light that like is reaching
it's
into
like
the
far
sky.
in the horizon, so yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, it's weird. It's almost like an absence of light. It's just, you know it's there just because
Like
there's
the
no...
void.
It's just the one place where there's no sunlight coming from it. Like as if there's just like a huge overcast there.
Makes sense.
Alright.
Let's keep horsing.
Yeah.
Alright. Keep
Stop
horsing
horsing around and
No, we've got to keep horsing around. That's what we've been doing this whole time.
That's what the mission is. It literally says it. Don't you read the mission things, the quests?
Don't you even look at your fucking quest book?
Yeah.
God.
I had so many
Quest
jello
book.
shots last night. Oh my goodness.
Even the quest books, the title says horsing around with an apostrophe.
Have you ever had like 25 jello shots in a single night?
No.
I'm not an alcoholic.
I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah? Why, is it really
So
sugary?
much sugar. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll ruin you.
You have to
I woke
remember
up
though,
I thought I was dead.
I'm made
That's
out
like a
of
college
sugar,
white girl
so...
thing to do, though.
Well,
Yeah.
Rob drinks like a college white girl, so...
No, it was Andre. It was Andre's birthday.
White girl
so-
wasted.
No, it was Andre's birthday, so Brooke made like 100 jello shots.
But we have to be honest, you do drink like a college white girl.
I drink beer
Sometimes.
all the time. It's
After-
rare that I
If
don't.
someone offered you a cooler that was like
Fuck yeah.
deliciously fruity,
You-
or a
Rob,
What would you
Depends on
pick?
what
Wait,
it is.
wait,
I
wait.
can't do Bacardi
Dude.
Breezers because I don't
Rob?
like the rum, but I love Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Rob, what's
Hell
your
yeah.
what do you order? What's the first thing you order when you walk into a bar? Or say to
Depends on
them?
how hot the waitress is.
What do you say to them?
Give me the
Sex not
grilliest
weak.
drink on the menu.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
they're fucking
Listen.
horrible.
Everyone who goes to like cocktail bars is just because they want the tasty drinks.
Oh, so good.
Or they're like a whiskey asshole.
No, I was so depressed. I went to a wedding, and I'm like, oh, it's open bar. So I'm like, okay,
I have
I'll
an old comrade.
gin and tonic. They had no fucking tonic, but they had gin. And I'm like,
Gin
what?
and
They're like, well, nobody drinks
soda?
this. Like, we
Yeah,
didn't
can I
think
have
we would
a
have
gin
stuff
and-
for the wedding?
Better than only having time.
Yeah, can
I'm
I have
like,
a gin
okay, I'm like,
tonic,
what-
please?
what-
Is Pepsi okay?
That's like literally what it was. Like, well, we had like apple juice, and I'm like,
You want to mix
I'll take
my
it.
gin with apple juice? Are you out of your mind?
I ain't paying for it. It's just that's the trick.
Wait, it wasn't even an open bar?
It was an open bar, but they had
Oh,
no tonic. Like they actually forgot to bring it because the bride and groom thought that no one was going to order gin and tonic.
Oh my god.
But
Have they
they
ever been
bought
to a wedding
gin.
before?
Have they ever drunk with human beings before?
Apparently not.
Human
Bless their
what?
hearts.
I don't drink tonic.
I feel like half the people I know, if I go to the bar with them, they drink gin and tonic. And then the
Yeah,
other
I mean,
half are like, they're either like a beer person or they like the shitty liquor.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Give me your youngest bottle of scotch. Ooh, this one was aged for 12 months. Perfect.
Your youngest? What?
Alright. So,
Are we at a good stopping point here, or are we gonna keep going?
it's up to you guys. We are in a good stopping point. There's a nice
So we're at a
horizon.
barren wasteland of a forest.
You're not there, you can see it.
You can see it. Zenkor
See
kind
it.
of scoffs and he's like, huh, I've seen better.
We're still in like the luscious land of life and wonder, and Varen's taking like real deep breaths, just like really soaking it in before we go off into another hellscape.
Well, you're welcome.
He seems
It's
to
a whole
really
different
like
kind
that.
of hellscape.
Yeah. At least he keeps
Yes,
changing it up.
Yeah, it's always like these brief interludes where I get to enjoy life, and then Zenkor brings us somewhere shitty. It's sort of like the pattern of the whole crew.
Well, I mean, we gotta go somewhere.
Like he invented like the forest hellscape, and then he went into
Yeah.
underground dungeony hellscape, and then the underwater
Yeah, a couple of
hellscape.
those,
Oh,
and-
underwater though, I don't know.
There's the
It
underwater
turns out that
hellscape.
Zenkor is actually the god of the universe, and he's making all this happen to you.
It all makes sense now.
He just
No,
doesn't know it.
He's doing a dead foresty hellscape, and he's talking about a shadowy hellscape.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Just a lot of hell.
reminding me. Or the opposite of the Feywild, that thing that's supposed to be like pretty cool for elves and stuff. It's like the opposite of that. That's cool and fun.
You know the Eldham War that you guys are all reading about and Zenkor is fascinated about?
Wait, that we were all reading about?
Well, I mean, like, mostly
Well,
Zenkor.
Zenkor is reading
Yeah.
about.
I mean, you read,
Yeah,
like, a
okay.
page.
And then got bored.
You literally were like, I want to read this for, like, 30 seconds and then get bored.
I mean, you can visit my walking library and just.
Yeah, that's the forces that were fighting the Eldham Forests was from the Shadowfell.
Cool, fun.
Yeah, that's like common knowledge for Zenkor.
Cool, fun, cool.
Like Ganon and all the other ones are from the Shadowfell.
Ganon?
Yes, there's a
Yeah,
vampire
remember
lord
that
named
spirit
Ganon.
we fought?
Yeah.
Don't you remember when we were in the crypt?
Oh, this sounds kind of familiar, yeah.
Yeah,
really like
Jian Ian. Yeah. It's
Amazing.
totally original. He was an evil spirit. One of
I
three.
thought of it first, okay? Nintendo copied me.
Yeah. One of three spirits. He's the evil one.
He's the power spirit.
He's
And then
really
there's-
powerful.
Remember when we hopped through the portal to get to the cliff
Limbo.
where the sword was?
Yeah, Limbo.
God,
Yes.
yeah.
So we were
You guys
fighting
literally-
Ganon's ghost
Yeah.
because he
Oh,
was trying
yeah.
to get back together with
Holy
his body.
shit.
Because
We've done some shit, huh?
Yeah, we've done some shit, dude.
Every now and then I forget that. We fucking done some shit.
Right?
You also survived
Damn.
the dragon drive-by.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, that
straight
was
up an
pretty cool,
evil
too.
spirit where if they're able to ever reconnect with their body, like all of humanity is fucked.
We have like a necromancer
God.
friend, question mark?
Yeah, he's a friend.
Sure.
He's my friend at least.
He's
You-
a good friend,
You
question
have
mark.
you have a weird entity that you don't quite know about fully that you freed as well at the same time named Violet.
Oh yeah, the girl that I was like
yeah.
right into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know about her at all. Like she seems chill, but who knows?
She just
I mean,
straight
he
she straight up
disappeared,
was
too.
like, "Yeah, you guys are pretty cool. I'm gonna go kill God now. Be your B."
Alright, you
The
have
thing
fun.
is, I could have chosen Violet to be the cleric or the cleric to my aboleth.
Violet was pretty cool.
I know. But then for story's sake, because I didn't know her and I had more obligation to my tribe, who's an asshole.
Don't got an obligation no more. Change.
Not.
Obligations
You know what?
change.
You
Just
can't
saying.
just change.
I don't know. You can kind of just change.
David Bowie thinks otherwise.
Well, David Bowie's dead.
I think-
So.
Yeah, but that can change
Rip.
too. So
I think you can change whenever you want.
You can
I'm
change
the
your
DM
mind.
of this game. So what I say is law.
Wait, but if you change your mind, I'm in the next in line. You know, I'm still free. You can take a
What?
chance on me. Take a chance, take a
Oh
chance.
my
You can take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. You can take a chance.
If you change your mind,
I'm the first in
first
line.
in line. Maybe I'm still free. Take a
Take
chance
a chance,
on
take a
me.
chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
I don't hear Emmanuel joining in here. The
Don't
OG.
French people love ABBA?
It's the it's the
We
OG.
do, we do.
That what?
I mean, ABBA is a great.
And like even if you're in the mirror world, it's still ABBA, right? So like we're all good.
That is true. Wait, did you ever see that movie with Keith or
That
Sutherland?
was so deep.
Keanu Reeves?
No, Keith or Sutherland.
Oh, I get them
The other
confused a
Canadian.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's because
No,
they're
I
both
haven't.
Canadian. I know it gets confusing.
yeah.
They're both from BC, aren't they?
Oh.
But anyways, there's like a thriller movie called Mirrors with Keith or Sutherland where he's a
Oh, I've seen it.
security guard at like a haunted mall.
Wait, they made another movie off of Thriller?
No, you're thinking of the album by Michael
Mm.
Jackson.
No, I was thinking the music
This
video
movie
based
you're
off
talking
the
about fucked
hit
me up.
on the album.
Yeah, Mirror was ridiculous. Like the end of that movie, I was just like, whoa, dude.
Was it a Black Mirror?
Nah, dude, it was a mirror, dude.
So it had Keanu Reeves.
No, that's Matrix.
Yeah, there's lots of mirrors. They all broke.
No, this is Keith or Sutherland.
Okay.
You know, he was in that one episode of Corner Gas once.
I've never seen Corner Gas. I'm not
Wow.
truly Canadian.
Your life is garbage.
I mean, like, I've seen one episode and it wasn't funny.
You're wrong.
Okay. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like, it feels like one of those shows that's funny because it's like, that's how people are.
Yeah, it's very relatable.
Yeah, and for me, it just feels like I'm watching people. But
I like watching people.
But it's not like watching interesting people because it's just normal
Especially
people.
when they sleep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, it's just so funny.
Oh, by the way, you know, speaking of watching people, you know The Office, that one character, I think his name's Stanley, where he's always the guy that, like, looks at the camera.
The
Oh,
white guy?
Whoever, I thought Stanley was the guy.
I mean, they all kind of do it.
Yeah,
like
but
everyone
You,
does.
you know what I'm
Wait,
talking
wait.
about, though, the
The-
gag,
do
where
you mean
it's
the-
like,
The big black guy?
yeah, but, like, in general,
Yeah.
where they, like, keep looking
I
at the
know the
fucking
gag,
camera. Yeah, yeah.
No, wait, he's talking about
That's literally-
Stanley Ilnats from Holes.
No, I'm not. Okay, so that's literally the summary of how I feel fucking working lately. Because we have this cook that's never cooked before, and she's just really young, and like she seems like a scholarly, like fucking over the top, kind of like Sarah from Metalworks. For you,
Oh,
Rob.
Jesus Christ.
But like she's really dumb. And so it's just really confusing. Like she takes notes and stuff, but she can't make anything without the notes because she doesn't know anything off by heart even after 2 months.
yeah.
And then I asked her to sweep. And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Can you just sweep the floor? Like the floor's pretty dirty." She's like, I'm sorry, like I just don't know what you're trying to say to me right now."
So we.
It's just like sweep. And she's like, "This might be like a language barrier." I'm like, "I thought English was your main language." She's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "The floor is dirty. I need you to get a broom and sweep." And she's like, "Oh, sweep." And I'm like, "Yes."
Sweep. Dude,
like-
what does mine say? Sweep. What about mine?
Broom! Sweet!
Yours says broom. Yours says sweep.
But like honestly, man, it just there's sometimes I'll say shit like that, or like I'll be like, "Yo, I need you to put on 3 chickens on the grill," and then they'll be like, "Oh, I thought we only needed 2 chickens on the grill." And I'm like, then why
Oh,
did
is this a language barrier thing?
And then I'm like, then why did I tell you to put 3? Like, why? So between that and open and close, I'm just literally that guy in the office that every time that something goes on or I hear something, I just look at the imaginary camera. There's even one time where I injured myself really badly because I was like running around a lot and I was really overly tired, and I slipped on melted ice cream because they just left a shit ton of melted ice cream on the floor in the dessert section, the servers. And so I complained to someone about it because I didn't tear, but I hurt the muscle like right against the groin and onto the leg, but the leg part. And and friggin' I was complaining about it. One of the servers is walking past. She's like, "Oh yeah, that was me. You're welcome." And then just like kept walking away. And it's just like, no, I'm not thanking you. I'm really hurt right now, and I'm trying to make your fucking food.
Why would anyone say thank you to that?
I don't know. And so that was the moment where I realized, I was like, wait, I am the person that keeps looking at the camera in the office.
Kind of reminds me of the Bill O'Reilly video. Here's Sting to play us out. What does that even mean? There's no words there. Bill, just read the teleprompter, man. Doesn't say anything.